are you feeling about everything at this point?
It's exciting. I mean, I stepped foot on the stage for the first time yesterday and like sang again on a Broadway stage. It's been a really long time for me since I've sung on a Broadway stage, and it's been a long time since I've done an original show on Broadway. So it still feels great every time. It's exciting.
What is it like to be back on a stage? It has been a little bit of time for you. Is it a whole different learning curve for your brain or for your body or for what?
You know, I don't know. We're gonna find that out. But you know, doing the 8 shows a week for a long period of time, it's been a minute since I've done that. As I get a little bit older, I'm always looking for ways to like not hurt myself. Before, when I was younger, I was just throw it all out there, and you know, you wake up the next morning like, yeah, I'm fine. Doesn't happen like that anymore. Now
you understand what 8 shows a week means.
I know, exactly. I'm like,
it's a little different.
I used to think that was not that big of a deal, but and then I had a child that wakes me up early in the morning every day after getting home at, you know, 11 plus at night. So
yeah, how is that? How is that being a dad and putting this all together?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's amazing being a dad. The things that I sort of miss the most are like the little ritualistic things, like the bedtime and all that stuff. Our daughter's almost 5, and you know, so we had all this time with her during the pandemic where we just were with her all day, every day. It was like this precious time. So I never really got used to being away, and
this is a first
I don't particularly want to. So I'm trying to spend as much time as I can.
How is your life as dad at home compared to the character you're undertaking now?
They could not be more different. I mean, Great Gatsby is, you know, very well-known literary character, but he is very single-minded. All he cares about is this really one goal of getting this girl back that he fell in love with all these years ago, and he has stopped at nothing in order to achieve that goal. Everything that he does is kind of an act. So there is an inauthenticity, even though his driving motivation feels very heartfelt and real. The only way that he feels like someone like him can go about that is to, you know, fake it till you make it, which is something that I can resonate with. I mean, that's kind of what we do in this business, to be honest with you. We're all play pretending, you know. But you know, then going home for me, it's just like
you can't fake it there.
No, I mean it's all raw, rugged. I mean, I'm in my sweats. You know, I'm on the floor.
No gin-soaked parties?
No, I'm just like trying to drink tea, trying to like stay awake. Definitely no, I don't go to any parties. I mean, it is a rare occasion that you will see me at a party. And A, it's just like not really my vibe anymore, but right. B, it's just like so loud. And I have to protect the instrument.
We want you to protect that.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of period pieces. I mean, this is one though that, you know, written over 100 years ago, and we're talking about some big Hollywood, you know, heavyweights that have been in this role before. So what do you want to bring to? What do you want to bring to this one?
Yeah, I mean,
you're creating your own heavyweight here.
First of all, like I've stuck really to the book.
Good.
You know, I don't know that I've ever seen the 𝗷𝗱𝗲 version, and I know that I saw the DiCaprio version many years ago, but the thing that I've learned about myself, and I think a lot of people, is that when you see somebody else do an interpretation of the same character or the same work, it's just always there in the back of your mind, and it's harder to really make that fully your own. So like, there's a couple things that I say in the show that I've heard DiCaprio say, and it's still really hard for me to like get his version of that like iconic line out of my head. And so like I try to remove myself from that and sort of create Gatsby from scratch in our own way. And the book is told from a single perspective, which is one of the characters, the character of Nick. And so he really only can guess at the motivations of the other characters and, you know, their inner workings. And so that's where we get to kind of play and make discoveries and decide new things. My Gatsby, at least, my sort of first question was like, what kind of person would literally go to the ends of the earth and somehow become the richest person in Long Island over the course of a very short period of time just because he wants to get a girl? like that kind of person is not the most stable human being.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the most rational of thinkers. He's a little bit neurotic. He's like a little bit, you know, of a control freak, and I think that ultimately ends up being his downfall. But it's really fun to kind of attack it from like, how does someone like that get to be this way? And that's kind of where I started. And what's really cool is that because it's a musical, we have all these different styles at our disposal. So the music and the choreography, and to a maybe slightly lesser degree, the sets and design, really bring in elements of modern sort of 2024, while still telling a story that's set back in 1922. And so we try to bridge the gap a little bit, so it's not like you're watching something through a time capsule. It feels relatable, but it's also still, you know, giving you the real story.